Conscious Leadership Podcast, the human side of leadership, where consciousness meets practical business leadership. The podcast dives into real challenges managers face, from team motivation to navigating change. Discover actionable insight, proven strategies, and inspiring stories to help you lead with clarity, authenticity, and impact. Whether you are an SME owner, a team leader, or simply passionate about conscious leadership, this podcast will equip you with the tools to build stronger teams, foster trust, and achieve sustainable success. Tune in, lead consciously, and make a difference. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Boris Nedved. Today's episode is a bit of a confession. And I hope, and maybe it's also a relief for you. It's inspired by an article I wrote a while ago that struck a chord with many readers. The article was called Screw the Vision Board. In that piece, I opened up about my personal struggle with traditional manifestation tools, from all the corkboard collages of the dream houses and things like that, to affirmations and visualization practices that everyone seemed to swear by and to use and they're happy with. In this episode, I want to revisit that theme and take it further into the domain of leadership. Because what I realized in writing that article and in reflecting on my own human design, my rave chart, is that those tools don't work for everyone. And if they don't work for you, it doesn't mean you're broken or that you're wrong. It means you're wired differently. So I call this episode Screw the Vision Board, why some leaders are designed to lead in the now. I tried all types of vision boards, and I had my personal struggle with it. The corkboard collage of all these tropical islands, the luxury cars, the nice houses and things like that. The digital vision boards with inspiring quotes and big goals and name all the big consultants and coaches, Tony Robbins and so on, they're using it and it works for them. The affirmations and meditation exercises that come with it. I wanted them to work, but they never did for me. So for a long time I thought something was wrong with me. Maybe I wasn't disciplined enough or visual enough or possibly smart enough. There was always this lingering doubt. Am I doing it wrong? Am I not just visualizing clearly enough? Am I just too distracted, too unfocused, or possibly already too broken that it doesn't work? So every failed attempt added a layer of self-blame. And yet, deep inside, I knew and I know, I believe in manifestation, in energy, and in quantum possibility. And that's a contradiction. Believing in the field, but failing with the tools. And that kept me stuck for years. And some people thrive on these methods, which is even more disturbing because, am I too stupid to do it? They can see the 10-year plan in crystal detail, complete with all the milestones, the houses, the partners, the lifestyles and everything. And their minds generate vivid movies of the future that act like magnets that pull them forward. But for me, the moment I try to visualize beyond the next step, my mind goes completely blank. No matter how hard I try, I cannot conjure up a compelling image of my 5, 10 or 20-year future. And it wasn't just the big life questions, even smaller things, like planning a vacation months ahead or setting rigid career targets. My mind freezes. There is no spark, there is no resonance. I used to think this was a flaw, a personal failure to fit the model of what all these successful people, all these successful coaches, all these successful trainings tell you to do and do. But now I see clearly Vision boards didn't fail me. They simply weren't aligned with how I'm designed to process decisions and direction. And that's the paradox. I do believe in this manifestation deeply. I believe in the quantum field, in energy, in resonance, in the power of thoughts to shape reality. I've studied it, I lived it, and I felt it, and I do. I've done books, research, personal experience. All of that have shown me that our consciousness interacts with reality in ways that defy conventional logic. But manifestation is a one-size-fits-all process. And there is no one-size-fits-all approach. And for me, the answer came through human design. In human design, I'm a builder with sacral authority. That means I don't make decisions with my mind or by projecting into the future. I make them by responding in the present, in the now, through the signals in my body. When something is right, I feel an upward, forward hum or movement or emotion. It's almost like my body is saying, yes, let's do it, let's go, move. And when it's wrong, my energy contracts. I just procrastinate. I sit down, bounce back, and it's a visceral no. And when there's nothing, that just means I have to wait. The answer hasn't arrived yet. Ask me again later. And this clarifies so much. When people in the past and even now ask me to visualize my future, my mind goes blank because my design isn't built for projecting. It's built for responding. I don't build castles in the sky. I respond to the bricks that are lying around on the ground to build the castle. And when I stopped blaming myself for not seeing far ahead, I started trusting the wisdom of my body. Quantum physics offers a mirror for this. Reality isn't fixed. It's a field of possibilities and probabilities that collapses into form through observation, resonance, and alignment. For me, that collapse doesn't happen through mental pictures of the distant future. It happens through the embodied yes, no signals that tell me where alignment is right now. The present is my access point to this field. That's where manifestation comes alive for me. So the problem was never a lack of discipline or belief. The problem was trying to use someone else's tool instead of honoring my own design. Once I embraced that, manifestation stopped feeling like failure and it started becoming a flow. Over the years, it's all around when you read books, articles, papers. We've been taught that great leaders must be these visionaries. They're being able to forecast, strategize, and paint long-term roadmaps. And there are definitely people that can do that, and I admire them. But not all leaders are designed that way. And that doesn't make them any less effective. In fact, some of the most impactful leaders are those who know how to sense what's emerging in the present and act with clarity right now in this moment. For builders like me, leadership isn't about mapping out the next 20 steps in advance. It's about recognizing this moment, the now, when energy aligns, and then responding decisively. This isn't reactive, it's responsive. And for me, that difference matters. Reactivity is driven by the fear or pressure. Responsiveness comes from alignment and resonance, from tuning into what is there, into your body, all these body cells that you have that are unconsciously connected and they just know. Think of it this way. Visionary leaders are like the architects who design blueprints for a future building. Responsive leaders are like master builders on the ground, sensing the materials, adjusting to the conditions of the weather at the moment when you start a building, and knowing which brick to lay next. What's your foundation? What's your first floor, second floor, upper floor, and so on? Both roles are vital. They need each other. Without visionaries, there is no dream. Without responders, the dream never becomes real. In practice, this means that I may not always have a grand 10-year vision to present or to talk about, but I excel at reading the room, listening to the energy of a team, and noticing what is ready to unfold now, noticing what is not spoken. I know when to move forward and when to hold back. And that creates trust, because the people feel that I'm attuned, that I'm capable of doing something that nobody else can do, because I'm unique and I'm not forcing an agenda, but I'm really working with what is real, what is there. This is for me a crucial shift in how we understand leadership, how I understand leadership. Not everyone needs to be the visionary strategist. Some are here to ground, to respond, to execute, to bring coherence to what is present, to what is now. When leaders own their design, they stop trying to be something they are not. And their leadership presence becomes stronger, clearer, and more sustainable. And here's where my personal design gets even more interesting. In my human design, I carry an openness in identity and direction. That's one of the functions that is not defined. And yeah, I have some other strengths and bits and pieces. I do want to go into the details. For years, I thought this was a weakness, because I could never point to one fixed path or claim a single unchanging identity, nor my future, my direction, my role in a company and things like that. But yeah, I've come to see that this openness is one of my greatest strengths, especially as a consultant and guide for leaders. Why? Because this specific openness, my openness, allows me to deeply listen to what is there without projecting my own agenda. When I step into a business, a team meeting, or coaching or consulting session, I can sense and mirror back what is right now happening, what is present, but often hidden. I pick up on these signals, on these energies and unspoken dynamics that others might miss because they are locked in their own fixed perspectives. Instead of forcing direction, I can hold a clear, unbiased space where the patterns reveal themselves. They appear, they will be observed. Quantum physics. And this makes me especially effective at helping organizations discover alignment they didn't even realize they needed. My openness acts like this famous tuning fork, reflecting what resonates and highlighting what feels off. And paired with my overall design, this becomes even more powerful. My brain has a light speed capacity for digesting details, and I'm constantly building mind maps and the interconnections of not connected data. And when I respond to something, to a stray comment in a workshop, a meeting, when I feel the tension in the boardroom, when I hear the overlooked detail in a process and I see that, I can instantly connect the dots, weaving disparate elements into a coherent new structure. And I can talk about it in easy terms, in layman terms. And it's not about inventing something from nothing. It's more like responding to what's already alive, what's alive in the system, and amplifying it into the clarity, into the moment, speak it out. In quantum words, I am the observer. This is why my clients often say, "You saw what we couldn't see," or "You articulated what we have been feeling but couldn't name, couldn't write it down." It's not because I have the vision board for their future. It's because my openness allows me to mirror, align, and co-create with them in real time. So what once felt like a lack of direction is now one of my greatest consulting advantages. My openness in identity and direction doesn't mean I'm lost. It means I'm attuned. And that attunement is what allows me to help others. Not myself likely, but others to find their own alignment more clearly. To speak out what is there. So let's bring it back to leadership. If you have been struggling with long-term visioning, stop blaming yourself. You're not broken, you're not wrong, you're not behind. You're just wired differently. You are unique. Some leaders thrive as visionaries and others thrive as responders. Both are valid. Both are powerful. The key is to know your design and to honor it, because it's in your body, it's inside you. And when you do, leadership stops being a performance. It becomes your transmission. You don't force alignment. You create the resonance. And you don't have to have all the answers. You know how to sense the next right move. And sometimes that's all leadership really is. The courage to follow your design in the moment. This is especially vital in today's world, I think. Teams and organizations crave for this authenticity. They don't want leaders who pretend to have a crystal ball. They want leaders who are present, who listen, and who know how to act from alignment, who know how to act in the now. And when you lead this way, you model a new paradigm. Leadership as coherence and not control. Leadership as resonance, not performance. And this has a ripple effect. When you give yourself permission to lead from your design, from your inner authority, from inside out, you unconsciously give others permission to do the same. You expose this energy and they will sense it. And the result is a culture where people feel free to bring their true selves forward, to bring it to the company, to the business, to the organization, to the team, creating a collective coherence that no strategic plan could ever manufacture. So for me, it's screw the vision board. That's for me, my personal opinion. And if it doesn't work for you, it's because you're not supposed to lead that way either. You're designed to lead differently. And that difference is your superpower. For me, that superpower shows in my ability to listen deeply, respond in the moment, and to map complexity into clarity at lightning speed. For you, it might look entirely different. And that's the point. Your leadership doesn't need to fit someone else's mold or model. It needs to align with you, your unique blueprint, your unique design, your unique strength. And when you as a leader embrace your design, the organization you are in will transform. The culture will become more authentic, teams become more coherent, and results become more sustainable. Because the energy isn't wasted on performance. It's invested in resonance. So this was my episode 35 of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. Screw the vision board. Why some leaders are designed to lead in the now. If you want to discover how you're wired to decide and lead, because there is not only the builder type, there are some more, visit humandescender.com, my website, to get your free introductory chart where you can find additional details. You get a free intro report as well, or download one or all of my quantum leadership white papers or the quantum leadership reflection guide. It's all free. You can download it. It's made for you. Your body holds a unique intelligence, and when you align with it, you'll find that your design already knows the way. And that's the authentic way. That's you. So until the next time, stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose from the inside out. Thank you for listening to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. Look forward to the next episode to come, and stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Until the next time, bye.